Welcome to another episode of our Meet the CEO video series, Training and Accreditation.
With training and accreditation, there are things that we are currently doing that I'm quite proud of, and then there's things that we aspire to do that we need to continue to build. Supply Chain Canada is an organization that exists from coast to coast to coast. We are the only association, national association that operates in every single province and every single territory within Canada, with people on the ground, boots on the ground, with members residing in all jurisdiction, contributing to this vision of a stronger Canadian supply chain. So having that foundation is really, really key. And with that, we've got an excellent network of relationships with post-secondary schools across Canada to help us in this journey as well towards this vision, right? I think the opportunity for us is how do we now leverage all of those relationships? How do we build those relationships? So the work that we do today is we're going out to the schools, we're engaging that next generation, we're attracting people to come into this sector, we're inspiring what talent development should be. Supply Chain Canada took on a number of really critical research work recently, funded by both the government of Alberta and with the government of Canada, around the future competency of a supply chain professional. We also did some research work around digital supply chain and how does that impact supply chain talent development. And we've taken all of that knowledge and really worked with the schools to influence and shape how supply chain is taught at the post-secondary level, right? And so in addition to that, we're going out to those schools and we're saying, okay, fantastic, we're going to shape that. But there's also a connection between those students to industry as well. So how can we help those individuals get those opportunities, those job opportunities when they're done school? How can we enhance their knowledge beyond the foundational courses that they're being taught in school to get to that industry literacy that I said earlier, right? Developing that industry literacy, right? And how do we help them develop the networking relationship skills and help them build those relationships while they're in school to prepare them so that they're ready to enter into the workforce as well. So that's an important part of the work that we do, is to engage those students, to help them along, to shape their education, and to help them be successful in their role. What our ambition is that we're trying to build this community, right? And so certainly one of the pipelines into growing this community would be the younger talent that we need to come into this sector. So that's one work that we do. The other piece, important work that we do is working with stakeholders, so the various industries of the employers, to understand what the needs of the industry is. What are the challenges facing supply chains today? So the activity around convening industry and stakeholders together to talk about the problems that we have in supply chain and the opportunities allow us to then take a look and say, what are the development things that we need to change in training and development to enable our professionals to support and to address these problems and opportunities within supply chains. Things that are systemic or these really, really big problems to address, you're not going to have an answer right away, right? It takes time. It takes innovation and thoughtfulness. And so what are the type of skills that we want to develop? What are the type of knowledge that we want to disperse amongst our members? How do we elevate the awareness of these issues amongst our professionals so that we can ready the profession to tackle these problems every day, right? And I think that's an important part of the work that we do. The PD programs that we create are around supply chain professionals guiding other supply chain professionals around the skills and the knowledge that is most applicable to the job that they have today. Whether it's forced labor legislation, the act around forced labor, and how do you address forced labor risk in your supply chain, mitigate those risks, whether it's around social procurement and ESG and sustainability, and how do you stand up those type of consideration in your supply chain, or around artificial intelligence and technology and innovation, and how do you adopt all of those enabling technology to really strengthen and advance your supply chain. These are the contemporary issues that affect every single supply chain professional and the work that they do. So how do we then equip our professionals with that knowledge? And we do so by bringing the right experts together, by curating the training in a way that it comes from supply chain professionals to other supply chain professionals, that they can then take this knowledge and apply it to the work every day. So I think that's another way that we can support our members as well to achieving that first goal of development and accreditation.